People, welcome. We're excited to draw with you today. I have No Cheese sitting here next to me, and Curly Fries is behind the camera. And we are planning on doing a drawing challenge every day and maybe incorporating some origami too. So if there's anything else you'd like to see us do, just go ahead and put it in the comments below. Today we are starting with drawing our favorite flower. First we washed our hands because we don't want germy hands while working in our notebook. And then we made sure to put lotion on because I don't like dry hands when drawing, which is appropriate because now my hands smell like flowers. What's your favorite flower?
Daisy.
A what?
A daisy.
A daisy. They're beautiful and cute. And how about you behind the camera? What's your favorite flower?
Chamomile.
Chamomile. They're in the daisy family. Well, I picked a flower today that's one of my favorites, but I'm afraid you might think it's a weed when you go outside and look in your lawn. If you go outside, you'll find dandelions, and dandelions are beautiful. You can use them for all sorts of things. Here's a little science lesson for you. You can also eat dandelions and turn them into a tea, which is supposed to be really good for your digestive system. I would say ask mom or dad or aunt or uncle to help you with that first. But first, let's go ahead and draw one. Sound good? So we're going to grab whatever we've got to draw with. And for day one, we're going to draw this 3 different ways. The first way is going to be silly. Are you ready, Quinn? Okay. This time, we're going to draw it without looking at it. So we're going to put our pencil down on the paper, and I'm going to just look up at the sky and draw it, and I'm going to be really happy with the silliness that ensues. Ready, set, go. Okay, and then this goes here. Oh, Quinn's already adding details. I don't know if I can add details yet. Okay, I'm going to go around the top, add some more. Okay, I forgot to draw a leaf, so I'm gonna... Okay, how'd you do? Let's look. Wow! Mine needs a stem. You did really, really well. I like that. Your stem connects. I don't know where my stem went. I don't know that I drew a stem.
You drew the stem. It's right here.
It's so tiny. I'm gonna just floop. There we go. I'm happy with this. So we do it the silly way first to make you feel really good about it because that was fun, wasn't it? And it's good to have a little laugh. And now I know that the next thing I draw, it's going to look way better because I'm actually going to be looking at it when I do it. So whenever you're drawing a flower, my suggestion would be to start with the head first. So the biggest part of the flower, which is where all the petals are. I'm going to draw a really gentle line, and that's where all of my petals are going to move to. So the center of my flower is going to be really, really tiny, because that's what it looks like when a dandelion has all of those fluffy things. But Quinn, yours is gonna be a little thicker, right? A little wider, because you've got a daisy, and a daisy center is pretty big. Okay, I love that. I love it. Do what you feel is best. Awesome. Now we're gonna make our petals travel from the center circle out to the outer circle. And Quinn's already on it, making her fluffs. And what I'm gonna do right now is I'm just gonna pull these little lines all the way out from the center towards the outer circle and start creating layers of it. And then I'm gonna come back through and I'm gonna make some shorter ones that might be traveling in different directions, but they're always gonna be poking out away from the center.
Quinn's finished.
And now Quinn's gonna add some details to the center of hers, and I'm gonna add some just like little X's to the outside of mine, because you know the only way that these little wishes can float away is if we've got the little X's.
Little tufts on top of the tufts.
The tufts on top of the floof, as we like to say.
Okay.
The tufts on top of the floof. So I've kind of incorporated those all the way around to kind of cover up that circle that I had created, you know, and I can come back through and put some down below to kind of help round it out.
There you go.
Okay, how you feeling? Oh, that looks beautiful. Now, you're going to have to go through and erase all those little spots around your petals because you can't cover those up. I mean, unless you want to make another layer of petals behind it. Nope, she's erasing. She's happy. The next step we're going to do is creating stems. And now my stem is going to be a little thinner because both of these have tube stems, which is how they suck all the water up to the heads of the flowers. But mine is going to be a little smaller than Quinn's, I think. A little thinner. So I trace one line down and then I pull another line down to meet it.
You was drawing really light.
Yep. I try my best to draw light, so if I don't like it, I can erase it. And then we're going to add a leaf. Now, this big old leaf is in my way, so I think I'm going to come this direction. And the leaves on these are pretty spiky and pretty uneven, usually, when they grow.
But they're super soft.
They are. They're actually
Weird.
hairy. You know, if you look at them, they look spiky, they look sharp, but they're actually just kind of hairy. And you can add some veins if you want to the inside of your leaf. All right. Oh, Quinn, it's looking awesome. Are you going to add a leaf on there too? Swirly curly leaf. Ooh, I like it.
2.
That's awesome. Looking really good. Now, we said we'd draw it 3 ways, right? What's the next way you want to draw it?
Like a bud.
A bud? Okay, so I'm going to draw the dandelion in its yellow state. So I'm going to make a small oval.
Like a vase sheet.
Yeah, yours would be popping up like that because that's how it opens, right? It blooms
That's
open
how
that
these open
direction.
too.
Well,
Sometimes.
we've got a little yellow bud that I'm going to be making, and dandelions you'll usually see them in 2 forms. You'll see
Like
them.
that. That's a vase shape that you want to do.
Yep, looking good. And so for this one, it's going to be all little tiny yellow petals that just overlap and go around the center. Little curves, little U's that travel around. And then in the center, I'm going to start to make them a little bigger and a little longer as they pop up. Give it some dimension. The fun part about flowers is that they don't have to be perfect. Because nature's rarely ever perfect, right?
It's true.
It's always asymmetrical, or it's lopsided, or there's something funny on one side, or something smooth on the other. Very nice. Ooh. And now, the fun part we didn't get to see underneath all of this fluffiness is this really like jaggedy sleeve that the dandelion has up at the top that holds the petals together on the stem. And then this stem, I'm gonna be silly. I'm gonna curve it around, make it a little thicker.
The weird thing about these is that the little tufted dandelion has a really skinny stem, but
You're right.
the yellow one.
And
has
I
a
think that
really
has to
thick
do
stem.
with as it keeps growing and extending itself and opening up and turning into these seeds that it gets smaller and thinner as it goes. But yeah, these dandelions usually have really thick. There you go. There's another leaf. Cool. Well, I definitely like my second and my third dandelion more than my first dandelion. And I think that was the point of that exercise, right? It was to
Beautiful,
make
bud,
ourselves feel
Quinn.
good.
Beautiful.
However, I laughed way more while drawing this
It's
than
true.
drawing these two. And
But
so
quite
I'm going to
ridiculous.
remember this with fondness because of that. So I want you guys to draw your favorite flower today. Something that might be fun too is if you actually go outside and see how many flowers you can find outside. Do you want to bring one inside and try drawing what you see in front of you? That's a really fun exercise. Hello, puppy. Or if you want to count how many flowers you can find outside, it's a nice science experiment of the day, right? So for tomorrow, I want you guys to do a little bit of homework. Oh, I said the word. I'm so sorry. I want you to do homework. For your homework, what I'd like you to do is look up your zodiac sign, because tomorrow we're going to be drawing zodiac symbols, and I will have them all ready for you to practice and draw with me. But something I need you to do is know when your birthday is. That's the date and the month, and make sure you are familiar with which zodiac sign represents you. I'm going to teach you how to draw them tomorrow, as that's our challenge number 2, right? And stay tuned later for some origami. See you later. Thank you from the bottom of our heart. Bye-bye.